Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Joan here, and today's video is going to be unboxing a camera that I just got. It is one that has been recommended to me, and honestly I'd never heard of a half frame photo or technique before until it was brought to my attention, and I thought it was pretty unique and interesting and cool. And especially the fact that there was a new camera that came out from Rito, and they licensed the Kodak branding, so it looks like a Kodak camera, but it was not necessarily made by Kodak. And pretty much I invested into getting to know more about this, and this is the first time that I am opening the box, so you're just going to witness that with me. So this is the camera, which is the Kodak Ektar H35 half-frame film camera. That sounds like a tongue twister. And it comes in a bunch of colorways, but I chose this black version because I usually like this aesthetic, and it's just nice packaging. Typical Kodak colors. And I'm gonna read the back really quick. It just has the product specifications, which is that it's a 35mm camera but half frame, and it has a manual wind and rewind optical lens of 22mm, fixed f9.5 aperture. It has an acrylic lens and a shutter release stuck at 1 and 100 seconds, built-in flash, and a power supply that it just needs one AAA alkaline battery, and the weight is 100 grams if that matters. And then it says it in multiple different languages translated, and then cautions: avoid excessive heat and cold, avoid contact with moisture, keep in a dry and cool place. And this is what I mean by half frame. So if to anyone who's also foreign with this idea, this is what you usually get on a regular roll of film, 36 exposures or 24, and then it would be, the whole photo would look like this on a negative. But with a half frame camera, you're able to splice or cut it in half, so pretty much you'll have two photos in one frame. And then you could make it into a diptych, which means two photos in one, or you have to also consider the fact that in one photo, if it's landscape, it's actually vertical. And also people consider using these type of cameras because film is definitely getting more and more expensive as time passes, and if you want to be able to take more photos and be able to make the most out of your film, then maybe instead of taking 36 exposures, you're able to take 72 photos, and then that's much more practical in your mind. So this is why people would get a half frame film camera. Okay, going to unbox this. Okay, here it goes. The camera doesn't come with much, but it comes with a wrist strap, Kodak branding. Honestly, I never use wrist straps, but I would honestly put maybe my keys with this instead than the camera, but this is obviously for the camera. And it comes with a black pouch for your camera that you could put your camera in. So yeah. And lastly, the camera itself. It is in this plastic. Here's the camera. It doesn't come with batteries. You have to get your own alkaline AAA battery. So there's not that many options on this camera. Besides, on the front here, it has the built-in flash, so you can turn it on or off. And then on top here, it's just a shutter button and a shutter counter that will tell you how many photos you've taken. And then on the back here, it has the light that should turn green when the flash is ready to fire. And then it has the wind here in the back once you're done with shooting the film. And let's open the side really quick. So this is the back open. Pretty much it's like any typical 35mm point and shoot camera. And underneath, this is where you load the battery in. It's not this, so don't get confused. Knowing that it's a AAA battery, the size will fit in here. And this is actually for you to also wind your film, which is strange because usually it'd be on top of the camera instead of the bottom. And then obviously you press this button when you're going to wind the film. And then it also comes with this card that has a QR code for the manual. Most cameras nowadays have this where you can look for the manual digitally. They don't have physical copies anymore, saving trees. And that's pretty much it. Obviously I haven't used this camera yet. I think it looks pretty cool. Has that retro vintage feel that many people like. Also, it looks very easy to use. It's just for people who most likely just started photography but then might not have a knowledge in half frame shooting. So this is convenient to use. It's really light. It's something that looks super nice, and obviously you don't want to break, but I wouldn't feel so hurt if something were to happen to it because the price point of this camera is $50 USD. So it's not as terrible as other cameras that you might have possibly bought in the past or may be looking at online or whatsoever. So yeah, I got this camera off of Amazon. I don't know if there's other places that are selling this, but if you're looking into getting this camera, this is pretty much it. I will share my thoughts on how it is when it comes to using this camera in another video. I'm excited to see the results that I will get. I've seen other people and their results, and it looks pretty cool. The fact that it came out of this camera, and the fact that I've always been on the fence with toy cameras sometimes because they just seem so flimsy and I'm unsure if I'm actually photographing anything. But hey, who knows? The experience with this can probably be different. And if you've used this camera before, please comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Or if you have any interest or any thoughts at all, just leave a comment below. And thank you again for watching. Stay tuned till the next video and the video of where I'm using this camera, and so you can see what photos I end up taking. So, sayonara. It's the end of the video, so don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't, it will help me in the long run. Okay, bye.